Morning, everyone. I'm here at Ridge Campground just outside of Digby, Nova Scotia, on my way to catch the ferry. I've been hammock camping for about 2 weeks, and the flies and the mosquitoes are bad. And I just thought I would do a quick kind of walk around of my Hennessy hammock as part of the review. So, here, there's the Triumph. There's all my stuff over there. So it's been 2 weeks, and I think I've finally figured out, how to pitch this thing well. So the first thing is you want some trees that are fairly close to the size of the hammock, because the other night I had to pitch on some trees that were considerably wider, and so they give you quite a bit of cordage, but this stretches, so you can't quite get it tight enough. And I was almost on the ground. Like normally I put my stuff underneath the hammock. So that's the first thing. In fact, that's probably been the biggest challenge, is just finding the right trees. I think, to jump to the quick, I think it's probably best, hammock camping is best for canoe camping, where there's an abundance of trees. Anyone who's done canoe camping, you shore, you go on your site, there's just trees surrounding the site. Here, a lot of the campgrounds, at least in Canada, they're kind of clear cut. This, as you can see, this particular site I was lucky to get, but like usually it's like this, usually kind of set up for RVs. And this one is especially clear cut, but it has been a challenge. So this one and maybe the next one have a few trees. That's why they directed me. So that's been the biggest challenge. But once you get the right trees, it's a pretty sweet setup. So the other thing you want to try to do is get this as tight as possible up here. So initially, what I did was I had it kind of sagging too much, and then you end up kind of sliding down into the middle. And the other thing is you want to try to get both sides the same height, obviously. Otherwise, you end up in the bottom of the hammock during the night. And you want to start about eye height. That one there, I should put that like that. About eye height is the best way to do it. It's a nice system, the Hennessy hammock. This is the Jungle Expedition, and it's got the double layer, the double bottom. So in here, there's a slot, and maybe you can see it a bit better on this side. And then you can slide a blanket, or I bought the you can see it in there. I bought the insulated liner that goes in, and then I also have a polar blanket. It's just a synthetic polar blanket in there as well, because it was especially cold last night. But you can see it's asymmetrical. So it kind of, on this end, it's projected out, and then at that far corner as well. So you can kind of lie sort of diagonally this way across it, with kind of if your head's at that end, your left elbow can be up there, and your right knee can be down in this spot here. I learned just a really simple slip knot for down here to tie this off, and I found that you can actually tie both the tie out for the hammock and for the tarp onto the same peg. Maybe some people will disagree, but that's what I found. These are the snake skins, so when I package it up, I just sort of roll it up and I slide these down, and it kind of keeps it all neat. I considered taking the fly off and storing it separately, especially if it's wet, because you don't really want to get it, mixed up with your hammock. But in the end, I just ended up going like this. I guess I've been pretty lucky. Hasn't been a lot of rain this particular trip, and so I just have it all together, and it just makes it easy. They've got a nice system with these tree straps, so you're not damaging the trees, and then they have a special lashing system that they suggest for your knot. It's not actually a knot; it's a lashing, and that holds. See if I can give you an idea. So actually, I'll enter from this side. I'll flip it around. Sorry about all the flipping. So they suggest that you completely unzip the hammock, and then you just want to sit in it to get in. So you can see my feet are off the ground. That's about perfect height. So, I can kick my shoes off like that. I can kick them on again in the night if I need to get up. And then inside, a bit cramped here. Give you an idea of what it's like. So, like I said, you can kind of lie diagonally this way with a kind of a knee out there. And there's a nice ridge line, and this ridge line is it's like a metal, so it maintains that ridge line regardless of how tight you do the ties at the ends. And then you can kind of hang stuff on there. There's a nice little sliding sort of basket here. You can put your wallet and things. You can clip a little some water on for the night. It's pretty nice. Flip this back around. I don't know if you can kind of get an idea of what it's like. The fly comes down far enough. I haven't gotten wet yet, and I've slept through a couple of rainstorms. I wouldn't mind if it came down a little bit more, just because air does get in through the side here, and the hammock does not retain your body heat in the same way that a tent does. There's a lot of heat escaping, as well as the heat that's escaping underneath, because you don't have a mattress. So that's been a bit of an issue. Last night it was 13 degrees. So I'm wearing a merino wool base layer, a wool sweater, and then I also had a down sleeping bag in here, and I had my wool hat just in case I needed it, but I didn't really need it. But that's kind of the preparation that you need to just deal with the cold. I didn't really want to travel with the whole underquilt, although that's an option. I'm trying to just keep my gear minimum being on the bike. But it's been nice on my back, and once you're in, it's pretty comfortable. It's private, it's dry. I mean, first night of this tour. It was raining, and I was lying in here, and there was a smile on my face because there's no better feeling than being in a shelter like this amid the elements. So overall, I've been happy. I would say, yeah, the main thing is just to get the tension right and to get the height right of the hammock. Um, and then you've got the right angle inside. That's the main thing. Anyways, I will be writing up a review on 650thumper.blog, so you can go there, and this will just be a little excerpt that I include in that review. Okay, thanks for watching.